What's up, guys? Oh my word, I've been watching too much Peter McKinnon. That was like such a rip-off of Peter McKinnon. He's a cool YouTuber. Check him out down below if you're interested in like videography and photography and whatnot. Okay, really cool YouTuber. But anyway, so today I am finally doing something that I have wanted to do for a very long time. A home recording bootcamp series. Okay, so this series is basically going to be about recording yourself at home, the best and most affordable way to record yourself at home, and whilst achieving the best results. So first off, huge shout out to Yamaha Music South Africa. They made this video possible, and now that that's out the way, let's get started. What do you need? You want to record yourself at home. You're a musician, you're a guitarist, you're a bassist, you're whatever. But now you want to capture yourself at home and you want to put your music out there. What do you need? Number one, you're going to need a computer, a laptop, MacBook, a PC or whatever. Okay, you just need a computer. Don't worry about specifications right now in the beginning, okay? Anything like a Core i5 with 4 gigs of RAM, you're going to get by with in the beginning because you aren't going to be mixing 120 track mixes, okay? So don't stress about that in the beginning. Specs you can upgrade later, so don't stress about that. Okay, then you're going to need an audio interface like this Yamaha AG06. Really nifty little interface, cheap as chips. Check out my review down below. You need an interface. It doesn't have to be a Yamaha one. This is really cool for the price, okay, whatever. You just need an audio interface, okay? And then you're going to need some software, okay? I recommend Reaper. It's really cheap. It's got a very long demo evaluation period, okay? It's cheap, it's easy to use, and you can get a lot done with it. And then lastly, something to monitor yourself with. Decent set of headphones. Don't worry about spending big bucks on monitors in the beginning because you are still learning. Get yourself some decent headphones or monitors if you can afford. I would recommend the HS series from Yamaha, the HS5s, the HS7s, HS8s if you can afford that. They're industry standards, but seriously in the beginning, don't worry about monitors. Just have something that you can hear yourself back with, okay? You can upgrade later. Awesome. Let's get cracking. I'm going to move over to my computer now and I'm going to show you how to set up your DAW and how to get a track armed and ready for recording. Awesome. So before getting to this part of the demo, I just want to stress that this video series is heavily reliant on you guys telling me what you want to see, and if I did not touch on something in enough detail, please let me know in the comments so I can get to it and build a video for you guys. So the whole idea of this series is to have one big playlist of tutorials that can solve most people's issues and answer questions on recording. So pretty much a big library for everybody to have a look at for home recording. So with that out of the way, whenever you buy an audio interface, you will be given either a list of drivers or a CD to install. So go ahead and install that. That should be a relatively easy install. Pretty much just click next and it's done. Same thing goes with your digital audio workstation. Reaper is a really seamless install, okay? It's really quick as well. So I've installed all of this. Now the next step is to check connectivity. So I will open up my Focusrite control. Other interfaces will have their own other like control center or management center. Just open that up and it will tell me here that my 6i6 is connected. So I am good. If this shows as disconnected or not connected or whatever, check your cabling, make sure the USB cable is in correctly, check that the interface has power, check that your driver is installed correctly. If your drivers did not install correctly, reboot your machine and then reinstall the drivers. Check antivirus. That is a huge culprit sometimes for things not installing. If antivirus is not configured correctly on your computer, sometimes it can block installs. I've seen that happen. So just a word of caution. So yeah, have a look there. Anyways, now that that is over and done with, you're going to want to open up Reaper. You'll be greeted with a blank project. So now the next thing that you need to do is tell Reaper what device to use. Without Reaper knowing what to use, it is pretty much useless. So there are two ways you can get to this menu. You can go to options and go down to preferences. I prefer to go to the top over here and click over there. Okay, so at the top corner there, you can get to device settings. You are going to want to change your audio system from direct sound, which is Windows own audio driver. Just don't use it, it's trash. Don't even think of it. Don't touch it. Do not touch this driver. Then we're going to go to the driver that we installed, which is the ASIO driver, okay? And here you will see Focusrite USB ASIO. That is correct. So now the inputs. We want to tell Reaper what inputs of the interface to use. Because it is a 6i6, I have 6 inputs. So I want the first input to be input 1. That's logical. And the last input to be the the last input. Okay, so I'm going to choose input number 6, which is spit of 2. Awesome. Now I've told it to use all the inputs. So you're basically saying, I have 6 inputs. Here's the range. And just stop hitting my freaking microphone. I'm sorry. So 6 inputs to use. Same thing goes with the output range. So I have the first output over here as output number 1 and the last output as output number 6. Now the next thing that you're going to want to have a look at is the buffer rate. So in here in the ASIO configuration, you can open this up and change your buffer size. I have got a video on that already, which I will link down below in the description. Check that out. It's my how to record guitars. I will retouch on this in this video series, but for now, go check that video out. I kind of touch on buffer size over there and what it is, but basically in a nutshell, it's your latency. So latency is the time that it takes for you to hear back what you're playing on your guitar, for example. So if I do a chuggity chug chug, the latency is the time that it takes for me to hear the process signal back. Okay, so with your buffer size, okay, the aim is to get it as low as possible without getting any pops and clicks. Okay, so if you set it to like a 16 buffer size, you will usually get a lot of pops and clicks and funny artifacts. And I see this on forums all the time. Guys, my interface is giving me pops and clicks and it sounds really, really funny. Check your buffer size, increase it a little bit. I record at a 64 buffer size. That works well for me and I'm good with that. So yeah, if that's your problem, check there in the ASIO configuration. So once this part of the configuration is done, you will want to now open up a new track. So I use the hotkey Control T that opens up, or you can go track and insert new track. Okay, pretty easy. So here you have your track. Now what you want to do is arm the track for recording. So depending on your theme in Reaper, you're going to have a little button over here that you're going to click. Arm, awesome. Now you can see some activity over here. That is actually my microphone. The second thing you want to do now is monitor the track. Okay, you will click this button over here. That's the little speaker button here. I am not going to click that right now because I will get a huge feedback loop because of my routing for this monitor screen sharing setup, but you're going to want to click this to hear yourself. Once again, this is covered in my how to record guitars video, also down below in the description. Awesome. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know and I will touch on them in the next video, which will be how to add plugins and how to get plugins working on this track that we have just created. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a rad day and yeah, see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Thanks.